Hey pumpkins, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please make sure you click that subscribe button while you're here. Today we're going to be doing this Pirates of the Caribbean Salazar's Revenge skull design, so let's get to it. We're going to start out by using some grey face paint to sketch out some very basic skull features. I'm making the eyes quite square because that's how it is in the promo pictures. And then once we've got some very basic skull shapes down, we're going to go in with some black face paint to fill in the nose and eye areas. And then we're going to go back to our grey to add some details around the mouth, and I'm also adding in a few teeth as well. Then we're going to switch to a golden yellow face paint to start drawing in our gold swirly details. Again, I'm using the promotional pictures as a reference to see where and kind of get the vibe of these gold swirls, and it kind of looks plated, so I'd say like a plating effect. So once we're happy with the gold swirly bits, we're going to fill in any gaps in those gold plate areas. This colour is going to be our base coat, and we're going to go over the top of it with some metallic gold later on. So this layer doesn't need to be evenly coated, so don't stress if it looks a bit rough at this point. You want to focus mainly on getting the points nice and, well, pointy. Yeah. Now we're going to go back in with the grey to add some more detail going from the nose up to the forehead. In the promotional picture I'm using as a reference, there's kind of a trident kind of shape on the forehead, so I'm recreating that as best I can to fit my own face. And then we're going to finish off some more gold sections and fill them in around that forehead area. From here we're going to go back and forth between the grey and yellow to fill in as much detail as possible onto the space we have to work with. Obviously everyone's face shapes and sizes is going to be different, so the amount of detail that you can get in there is going to be different too. Just do as best you can. Now we're going to go in with some black and outline a few sections with a very fine brush. And then while we have the black out, we're going to fill in that mouth area nice and fully and make sure it's nice and opaque. And now a bit more grey to fill in the rest of that jawbone and around the forehead. If there's any other areas you need blacking out, we're going to do that now as well. If there's any other areas that need blacking out, we're going to do that now. And then we're going to dilute that black face paint and then go along those dividing lines and blend it out to create some light shading to make it look a little bit more 3D. Make sure to keep the shading quite light. If the lines get a little bit too dark for you, just blend it out with a bit of water or a bit more of your grey face paint. Now we're going to dirty it up a little bit by flicking on some dark brown face paint onto the grey bits using a stiff brush. Don't worry if it does spill out onto the gold bits. Again, we are going to be going over that with a metallic gold face paint, so that will get covered up. Now we're going to take some white face paint to highlight a few areas of the grey. Now it's time to go over all of those yellow sections with our metallic gold. Simple as that really, just go over the top of all of the yellow bits with gold. You can also refine the points if you need to. And when this is all finished, it will give that nice metallic sheen that we're going for. If any of the black sections need tidying up at this point, we're going to do that, and then we're going to colour the waterlines with black as well with some black eyeliner, just to make sure that no skin colour shows through, so that the eyes are as much disguised as possible. Now we're going to add some sparkle. I'm using some gold jewels for the top of our trident shape, and some tiny clear jewels on top of the grey sections, but you could use all gold or all clear if you prefer, it's totally optional. Quick side note, it's a lot easier to apply jewels with tweezers, so don't make things difficult for yourself like I did, just use some tweezers. Now if your paintwork got messed up while you were adding your jewels, you can go over the areas again. To accent the teeth, we're going to use some glitter adhesive on one of the teeth, and then we're going to layer on some red glitter until it's nice and packed on. So now the face is done, we just need to black out the rest of all visible skin to complete the illusion. There we go. And lastly, we're going to attach some fake beard pieces using some spirit gum. Usually you need to tap spirit gum to get it to stick properly, but that would have messed up the paint job, so I just waited for a bit for it to dry slightly and then stuck on the pieces nice and firmly that way. And we're done! Thanks for watching guys. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like on it and make sure you subscribe to this channel before you leave, and I'll see you on the next one.